Okay, so we've got this mass. This mass is m, and then a mass that's 1/3 as big as that collides with this little thing there, and the rod and the container, we're going to neglect that mass. Notice that the radius of this is r. This one's r away, that one's r away. The distance from end to end is 2r, right? So this is a little bit convenient, right? And so ultimately, the angular momentum of the system just before the collision, if this is stationary and this is moving, it's all this ball here. So that's got all the angular momentum. Okay, so L is I omega, right? And the moment of inertia of a mass on the end of a stick, it's like this here, right? Here's this mass moving with some velocity v. It's got mass, it's got some radius. We'll just call it big R. Here's our center of rotation, right? Okay, the moment of inertia is just m r squared, right? Okay, so you're going to plug in capital R for that, and then this guy is m/3, right? And now you'll have an expression for the moment of inertia, right? And then omega is the angular velocity. And even though it seems like it's not correct, right, this thing is going to actually go in a circle once it gets caught. So the moment before, it's got the same angular velocity as after it's caught, okay? And so the angular velocity, I'm sorry, the whole system will have the same angular velocity. So the angular velocity, if you recall, is v over r. This is the tangential relationship, right? So substitute big R in for that, and v is already the thing for that, right? Okay, so plug this into here, plug all of this into there, and you'll get an expression for it. It looks very much like mRv/3. I'll just say that. Okay. Then it says just after the collision, it begins to rotate, show that the angular momentum is this. So this is another expression, another L expression. Okay. So remember, L is I omega. They're saying just use omega. Notice that the answer is omega, right? So the question is, what is I? Well, I is going to be this mass here, right? So it's going to be mr squared, right? And then, of course, this mass is 1/3 mr squared, right? Because it's 1/3 the mass. What does that equal? Make some expression. I think it'll be this, right? It'll be this thing, and then multiply it by the omega, and you're set, right? So show what this. It's 1 mark though. Boy, that's a lot to do for 1 mark. And then, yeah, there we go. Happy hunting.